Hey guys, I'm back. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about Undertaker and the chants that were going on Raw when he was on Raw, this past Raw or the Raw before it. I'm not sure, but so I saw this article. Of course, it was on Facebook, as usual. I forget which wrestling website put it up. I think it Independent Wrestling. I can't remember, but there was this article and it said that fans at Raw were chanting Undertaker to retire or to please retire or something. And of course, that got a lot of backlash. Fans are saying, "Oh, the fans of this generation are terrible and disrespectful. They don't respect the Undertaker." And it's just gotten a lot of backlash, a lot of negativity. There have been some people who are not defending the fans, but are kind of seeing where they're coming from. And so there's been two sides, but there's been way more on the, negativity, that side. And me personally, I mean, I'm probably in the minority here, and I'm probably going to get backlash for this if many people see this video, but I personally understand where the fans that were chanting that are coming from. I mean, I don't know if it was kids, if it was little kids, or if it was. I'm guessing it was probably some adult fans, that were chanting that, but I can kind of see where they're coming from. I mean, I wouldn't have started that chant, because Undertaker is awesome, but I can see where they're coming from, Undertaker chanting Undertaker to retire. Because okay, let me just start out by saying I respect everything Undertaker has done. Okay, he is one of the best wrestlers ever. Okay, I mean, he's truly one of the best ever. I mean, legendary. I mean, he's a legend. There's no other way to put it. He's a great wrestler. If he could do it full time, I mean, if he was in the proper condition and he could do it full time, he would. He would be out there every night busting his ass to put on great matches. Raw, SmackDown. I mean, any show, he would be able to do it. But unfortunately, he can't do that. His body it's not what it used to be. He can't go out there full time anymore and wrestle all the time. So he only does it once a year at WrestleMania. And these fans were chanting at him retire, and I think that might have been a little bit too much. That might have been taking a little bit overboard. So, and it was when he was in the ring, I think. 'Cause, I mean, pretty sure it was when he was in the ring. Why else would it be? But so yeah, I think that's a little bit disrespectful. But at the same time, I understand where those fans might have been coming from. If I am thinking along the same lines that they were thinking, I mean, maybe they were just disrespectful fans. They were just being assholes about it. But the reason I say I understand where they're coming from, if this is where they're coming from, which it may very well not be, but the reason I kind of agree with this is because, you know, Undertaker is what, 50 years old, almost 50. I mean, I know that probably doesn't matter to him. I mean, he could probably do this until he dies, but I don't want that to happen, because I think that in the next few years, I mean, if Undertaker wants to keep going, I mean, by all means, let him, but I think that it would be best for him to just retire soon in the next few years. I know that's a lot of people don't want that, but the guy is 50 years old, okay? His body isn't what it used to be. I mean, he's struggling. I mean, he's starting to struggle every time he goes out there. I mean, I heard that, last WrestleMania against Brock Lesnar, he got gassed out pretty early. And I remember I watched his match against Triple H at WrestleMania. I think it was WrestleMania 27. And that match, I mean, he looked pretty gassed out pretty early in that match, too. So, I mean, it may be best for him to retire soon. Because one of these days he's going to be wrestling in the ring and he's going to die in that ring. But I don't want that to happen. Obviously, I mean, I don't want him to get hurt, seriously hurt in the ring. I don't want him to anything to happen to him, which I'm sure it won't. But I mean, it's just it'd be unfortunate if anything like that happened. I mean, Ric Flair's almost died in the ring several times already, but I mean he's like 20 years older than Undertaker. So Ric Flair really does need to retire, which I think he probably already has. But anyways, that's a different topic for a different day. But And another reason that I agree with this is not just, it doesn't just pertain to Undertaker. I'm not just talking about Undertaker when I'm talking about this. I'm talking about all the part timers that WWE brings in. Chris Jericho, Brock Lesnar right now. Undertaker technically isn't a part timer because he only comes in once a year. But I mean, I guess you could put him on that list. I mean, I don't really know, but um, Triple H. I'm trying to think of somebody else. I think those are the only part timers right now. I mean, I guess you could throw The Rock in there, but I don't know if he's going to be wrestling for them again or not. But they need to quit. They need to quit. Trying to bring back all these guys that had their time already in the past. And I mean, they accomplished a lot. I mean, I'm not saying I don't respect these guys because I do. I mean, they're great. They're all great wrestlers, and they all achieved a lot. I mean, and I know that they paved the way for these younger guys. But it's time for them to step aside, retire, put their careers to rest, and let the focus, let WWE put the focus on the younger guys, like the Dean Ambroses and the Dolph Zigglers and the Daniel Bryans and the Bray Wyatts of the world. Did I ever say Bray? I don't. But yeah, Dean Ambrose, Dolph Ziggler, Daniel Bryan, Bray Wyatt, um, even Bad News Barrett. I mean, Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. All these names that they need to put more focus on because really in the past few years, I mean, the high profile matches at WrestleMania have really consisted of part timers. Brock Lesnar, Triple H, The Rock, Batista. Yeah, Triple H, Rock, Brock Lesnar, Batista, Undertaker, um, a few others. And it's time for these guys to, really retire. So, like I said, and I know I'm kind of repeating myself there, but I feel strongly about that. I think it's important for WWE to eventually quit relying on these guys and start putting more faith and more focus in their younger talent. Because it's like 20 years down the road, are they still going to be trying to bring The Rock on there? Are they still going to be trying to book Triple H? Are they still going to be trying to get Undertaker there at 70 years old for a match at every WrestleMania? I'm just thinking about the future here. I'm not disrespecting Undertaker or any of those guys, because they're all very good wrestlers. They've accomplished a lot, very respectable. I could make an exception for Brock Lesnar because he doesn't like wrestling at all, so I don't really respect him. I don't, but I mean, aside from that, I've already given my feeling on Brock Lesnar, but again, different topic. But that's my stance on this. It's not because I'm disrespecting the Undertaker. It's not because I have no respect for any of these guys. It's just that I think they need to put more focus. They need to start building up these younger guys, that they've got, right now. And they've got a lot of guys in NXT as well. The Finn Balor's and the Hideo Itami and Sami Zayn's and Adrian Neville's and Aiden English and the Baron Corbins of the world and just names like that in NXT right now that could potentially be big stars for the company in the future. That is, if they don't get fed to John Cena, or looks like Roman Reigns is starting to be hopefully Roman Reigns doesn't turn out to be like another John Cena. But, yeah, but I mean, still, seriously, those are the guys that are going to be, leading the company in the next 5-10 years. And Kevin Owens is another one. Kevin Owens. I don't think I mentioned him, but, he's another guy that's down there. That could potentially be, a big guy in the future. But so that's my stance on it, because people just say, that people don't respect the Undertaker, they don't respect everything he's done, and when I think with some guys it's not like that. It's not that they don't respect them, it's just that they want to see the new guys. They want to see the guys, like the Dean Ambroses and the Dolph Zigglers and the Daniel Bryans and the Bray Wyatts and the Cesaros of the world, right now. They don't I don't know how to put this without, not offending anybody, but They just want to see the new blood, you know, because I mean that's I can't really, I don't know how to put it without offending anyone, but that's really the best way I can put it. So that's my stance on it, you know, because I kind of understand where, unless they were just a bunch of assholes chanting Undertaker just to be fucking assholes, then yeah, okay, that was pretty disrespectful. But even still, even still, it is, you know, pretty disrespectful. But you know, hopefully after this WrestleMania, when Undertaker faces Bray Wyatt, and I think he should put over Bray Wyatt. You know, if you're a fan of the Undertaker, you know, I like the Undertaker. He's not my favorite wrestler, but I mean, if you're a big fan of him, I'm not trying to say that I want him to lose just because, oh, well, you know, he's the Undertaker, he's broken down, he should just lose. No, that's not what I'm saying, but I think he should put over Bray Wyatt because I think it would do good for Bray Wyatt, you know, and it would help his career, you know, going on in the future. And Undertaker will be doing a young superstar some good by putting him over. You know, that's what should have happened last year. You know, but of course Brock Lesnar had to have the streak. But anyways, yeah, I hope that's what should happen. But if Undertaker wins, then you know, good for him. But hopefully after this year, he seriously considers retiring because I don't want him to get hurt in that ring. I don't want him to get crippled in the ring. I don't want him to die in the ring because it has happened. It happened recently, as you all know. Um, but yeah, that's my stance on it. And again, I'm not disrespecting the Undertaker. It's not that I don't respect him. It's just that I think that the focus needs to be on the new stars now, not the old. Okay, let the old ones just get on with their lives. Just let them retire. You know, let them just do other things. But yeah, that's about it for this video. And you know, just let me know what you guys think. You know, leave some comments. You know, if anybody sees this video, just leave some comments. Let me know what you think. Do you think the fans are being disrespectful? I mean, do you feel the same way I do, or do you think, you know, just let me know what you think in the comments. Like the video, subscribe if you want to. If you like this video, then you know I've got other videos that you'll probably like. So subscribe, you know, like, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.